In this video here, I'm going to be talking to you day in the life of a cybersecurity analyst. Overall, this could be applicable to a few different positions within cybersecurity. And just to go ahead and tell you this is a typical day if nothing is going wrong. There could be a lot of deviation, so don't expect this to be the norm every single day. But overall, if you're talking about a very regular, very normal, boring day, business as usual, from basically 8 a.m. to the start of the day, checking like any other corporate job, checking emails and updates, your daily briefing, Slack messages, any type of like communications, just kind of catching up on that. 9 a.m. generally speaking is when you would start. Does everybody start around 9 a.m.? Really depends on the person, depends on the job, and depends on the day. Sometimes people start later, sometimes people start earlier, but reviewing any type of security alerts and then any type of performing any type of incident triage. 10:30, that's the late morning. Investigate incidents, documenting your findings, actions taken during the investigation in the incident response system. 11:30, routine security tasks. This is just your run-of-the-mill. You should expect to go ahead and actually just think about like patch management. This is generally kind of almost think about like a security guard making its rounds around this, around the shopping mall. That's 11:30 to I would say 12:30. Around that time, we're all humans. At some point, you're gonna have to go ahead and eat lunch. The afternoon. Continuous monitoring. This is actually when you go back to monitoring, you do any type of threat intelligence. 2:30, project work and training. There's going to be a part of your day every single week where you are working on long-term projects. So if you think about it, there's kind of like a few main things that you're doing in this field. There are going to be incidents, and like any other job, there's going to be things that come up on that day. There's going to be things that come up on that spot. But there's going to be some longer term projects of like making sure some of these things, they don't become problems for us anymore. So depending on your rank, and then also depending on sometimes you might be the alpha and the gung-ho person is going to volunteer to spearhead some of those projects. There's going to be time for you to be working on projects, training and development. This is a field like any other where you're constantly learning new skills. So that's going to be a part of your job too. 3:30, collaboration and communication. Well, you might have some team meetings at this time. You might be doing some reporting, communication, documenting what it is that you're finding, and then making sure that that information is getting to the relevant people, be it in a meeting, be it in an email. That's going to be a part of your day. Late afternoon, review and do some documentation work. By the end of the day, you're just wrapping up. But sometimes you're also on call, and then sometimes you're also just studying up on just new skills. Having said that, though, you could just come into the office one day and then, or while you're working from home, and something, boom, just happens where that takes up your entire day. Having said that, this is also dependent. This is just a very normal run-of-the-mill daily routine. If we were to go ahead and actually stretch this out to like a week, there might be certain days where you're just dedicating more time on one of these responsibilities versus another, because this is a lot to go ahead and do. And sometimes any one of these tasks might just take you a little bit longer than an hour. So don't take a look at this like, oh my gosh, so like every hour is like going to be different. Sometimes you might just be working on this one project all day, depending on which company that you're working at. There might be a day where your entire morning is actually going to be that project that you're working on, and you're in meetings with other people, right? But generally speaking, normal boring day, or a normal boring week, it really consists of all these different activities. So if you're curious about how you can make a transition into cybersecurity, if you're watching this video of a day in the life of a cybersecurity analyst, chances are you're interested in the field. Schedule a call. Let us help you navigate what's the first cybersecurity position you want to go after, and basically what's the game plan to get you from where you are right now to where it is that you want to ultimately go. I'll talk to you soon.